Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 2-Hour Track Challenge. My name is Ben_Burns. Today is a very special episode. It is the 200th song of the 2-Hour Track. 200th song generated from the 2-Hour Track Challenge. Now, this isn't the 200th episode. That's going to be in October, I think. But, yeah, it's kind of scary. Like, I'm trying not to make this a big deal and psych myself out. So I'm basically just going to do what I always do and just do something weird and chill, and wherever it goes from there is fine. So I have a ton of random samples that I grabbed from Splice. I'm not going to start the timer yet because I'm just going to get all this stuff in here. I don't know if I'm going to use any of it, but I figure I might as well, might as well just try something. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's not importing. There it goes. Yeah. I wish I could, like, group select these. Hey, M. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit. Like, if you have been following either my Twitch streams or my YouTube channel, you'll notice that I've been putting up a ranking, like a power ranking of the last 150 2-Hour Track Challenges, and I'm going to finish off that series this Saturday, including this one. So I will have ranked the first 200 songs from the 2-Hour Track Challenge. Now, there is a disparity between the number of songs and number of episodes, simply because I didn't stream the first 8 or 10 songs. So that's why the 200th episode, which will probably be a larger event, because that's something that I keep track of. Oops, I already got that one out there. So I'm going to listen to these real quick, then we'll start the timer and see if any of them are actually useful. So there. Let's just bounce through them real quick. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. Yep, drum loop. Ugh. That's kind of funky and upbeat. It's like this is a whole song. This is kind of my mixed feelings on Splice. And then it's just like, hey, a hat rhythm. That might be fun. You know you lied to me. That's so much auto-tune, guys. It's like full mix and arrangement. They're just posting full songs now. Yep, that's a snare. I like that. I like that lo-fi stuff. Bidet water, start, run, stop, drain, for long. Don't eat your dog. There you go. That's the sample name. The sample name is bidet water, start, run, stop, drain, for long. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What I'll do here is I'll just start the timer. I don't know if I'm going to use most of these. I don't want to do a randos only stream just because I feel I want to give myself the most advantage as possible, just because I don't want to I'm putting too much emphasis on it. I just want to do it, you know? Just want to do cool things. So, let's start with this loop. I like this loop a lot. It's weird and quirky. Do you want torture? No? Hard Track Challenge, no samples. I think I've done that in the past. But I can't remember. Maybe I haven't done that. No sample libraries either. No, that's fine. Well, I mean, what would I do then? Like microphone only challenge? That's on my list. I just don't want to do it because that sounds really hard. And I have done like a microphone only challenge before. I did not enjoy the result. Oh, so it would be like MIDI only without. Well, if you don't have sample library. Oh, you're talking about sample libraries, not like like contact libraries. Okay. Let's go with hybrid keys. I'm kind of okay with hybrid keys most of the time. Softest particles. I like the sound of that. Okay, so the release needs to have some there. Okay, let's just start halfway through bar 6 where there's nothing there. I don't like that last chord. So I'm not a big fan of this, but I figure we'll give it a shot. See if we can fix it up a little bit. See if, I guess Abyss is also reverb. I only use stuff like analog or massive or what. Oh, so it's like synths only. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of this. Synths only. That'd be kind of a fun one. Yeah, man, I hear you. I actually really like that. Okay. Let's not quantize it too much. I just want to make sure it's a little bit more on board. Thanks, Shadow. I have been learning to add more space to my stuff recently, and it's been a lot of fun. There's a sub on this there. Did this say it was in A minor? Ah, crud. I don't know if this one had designation. What was this called? ALF, raw analog kit. There's no more metadata. Okay, well, in that case, let's put a tuner on it and see if we can find it. So yeah, it's probably A. Which is fine. So we got some interesting parallel like major minor stuff going on, which is kind of cool. The other thing I was thinking about is like, how many mainstays can we put in from prior to our track challenges? Like we have the melodica, which I think would be a good fit for this song anyway, but like we could bring in the Git Wood pack, which was a really big one that we used. And I think that we could probably layer in a couple other things that would be kind of, I used the word emblematic already this stream, so I'll have to put some money on the jar. But emblematic of like how I write music for the 2-hour track challenge, because I think that it's important to like recognize that, because it's fun. Okay. So transients. Get wood. I want to make another get wood pack and call it like get more wood or something. Just because it would be fun. I think I've used this sample before and I got really pissed off by this little second click here. But I think I'm going to try to make it work this time. Maybe if we like fade it out a little bit more. Whoa, that's fade in. So what I was thinking about is layering this with an actual earth snare. And hopefully the blend of the two will make something pretty cool. And then we can get on with some other stuff. Drum kit packs. Let's go basement drum sample pack. I think there's some good snares in here. Yeah. So I'm going to run this. It's going to be a bit of a compression deal here. But I think we can make some stuff work. I also like the idea of maybe like warping this a little bit. That's kind of cool. You know, I have drum pads that I should actually like use for this, but I always forget. Okay, so this is definitely good for traditional snares. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I think this could use like a touch of reverb. Not a lot. Just give it a little bit more hiss in the high end, I think. Yeah, that gives, I think the appropriate word is splash. It makes the snare sound splashier. Just gives it more beef on the high end. Sparkle. There's so many like abstract words for sound. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I think that should be good. Because we can raise the volume of this a little bit too. Hey, Toxic. Right? I was thinking about calling this song Too Hunted. But then I realized that that's too dumb. No, two as in T-O-O. Yeah. Okay, so let's go and grab. I'm thinking a little bit more like drum machine stuff. I'm trying to take like a slightly different approach to how I want to do some of this stuff. I think that like generally what I do is I make an A section, then a B section, and then I just kind of not really anything special yet. I'm trying to make a song without train wrecking first, and then, you know, then we can get into the fun stuff. I don't like that one. I just want to make something first, and then we can work on something more fun from there. But my general idea right now is to just kind of make a chill jam, and then session view. I really don't. Sometimes when I mix and master things, I go in here, but primarily I'm in well, this is arrangement view, and then this is session view. Yeah, you're correct. I have made songs in session view before, and I want to get into doing live playing and stuff. So it's definitely on my radar, but it's difficult for me to like write a song in that headspace. Ugh, I'd really love my allergies to stop fucking around with my head. I don't know if I like the side chaining there. I think it sounds pretty good the way it is. I did kind of get rid of the bass on this because I feel that it's not really necessary. So my goal, I think, for this song is to be about sparseness, and to kind of embrace the idea that not everything has to like have tons of layers. That's the thought anyway. Yeah, I thought that too, Pizza. Yes, down with the sparseness. Again, sparse harder. Ugh. I don't know. I have some samples that I wouldn't mind trying to integrate into this, but right now, like I said, I'm just trying to make it a song first. Okay. Good. Puppies don't need to whine. Thanks, Em. Yeah. Friend chicken. Yeah. I'm so glad that it appeared on the random. I kind of like the chiptune vibe that this gives, but I don't think using the bass for this is the right idea. I think that, yeah, let's go this route. Again, like I'm trying to limit my layers. There's a good pun about limiting your layers. I think we could probably integrate that into the name of the song, but I don't know. I do like Friend Chicken though. That makes me happy. So we want a square. So I am going to go a little bit with the idea of running this through like a chiptune kind of thing, just to see what we get. Yeah. Okay, so this should be here. Chorusing, which I know I used a reverb for a chorus, but you know, it's kind of the same thing for that. Primarily, I wanted to just give it a little bit more depth before running it through fruity delay, Valhalla delay. Holy cow! Wow, where did that even come from? Okay. There we go. I want these to be offbeat like that. So then we can go... I think I need to make the bass a little bit more present. Actually, this needs to go on the other side. I do like that emptiness there. Because again, like I keep saying, I'm trying to minimalize things. Feel this emptiness here. What song is that? It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I guess there's no reason to have these long notes because everything's plucked anyway. This song, it's echoes from echoes. Well, it sounds so familiar, but I can't place it. And I don't have time to look it up because I'm making a song with my friends. This sounds like the perfect song for like boopy toms. You gotta get some boopy toms. Yeah, not those though. Scared everyone out of the Ben pen. Oh, yeah, I had just put the timer on, so like everybody's triggered at the same time. Where'd the crowd go? Yeah, I turned on the timer because I forgot to do that. I actually like it when a big crowd forms, so I'm just going to turn off the timer because screw that. Next Saturday's stream will probably focus on like removing that timer altogether. Okay, so this is getting there. I feel like this bass needs a little bit more cut in the mids. After review 151 to 200, yeah. Yep. There it is. Get some flub in there. Flub. Exactly. Okay, so there's some mids that I want to scoop out of here, but that's too much. There we go. Kind of gives the bass a little bit more of an edge. I don't even know if I'd call this a bass, to be honest. But it gives it a little bit of juice. Okay, so we have this like flower guitar lead in A minor, and first of all, I don't know if I'm going to use this, but might make a cool arpeggio. Warp ×2, get rid of that. So yeah, just like throwing something in the background might be kind of neat. So I'm basically, what I'm doing is kind of what I normally do with this stuff when I want a sample to behave when it comes to rhythm. It helps if I have the right subdivision here. Maybe splitting it wasn't the best idea. Let's go like this. Well, first of all, we do have to make sure that it's the right tempo. I guess that's important. I guess. Does it say what the tempo is? It says the tempo is 80. I guess it's just starting on the wrong thing. Let's quantize this a little bit, but not too much. Okay, auto pan. Let's quantize it a little bit more. Yeah, I think that could work. Delay is... Milk was a bad choice. Delay was a bad choice. Actually, I think we can just scoop this little down out of there too, because I don't want that. Yeah, this is more of a Valhalla. Valhalla. Nobody's made that joke before, I'm sure. Reverb is what I was looking for. Sorry, I'm kind of in a weird mood today. Cool. I just kind of like this. Again, don't have to be fancy, just has to be neat. Actually, giving it that like telephone vibe is kind of cool, where it's really high passed. Yeah. Let's not do this. Okay, that's a little better. I could also go in and like kind of jank it up a little bit with the lossy, but I don't know if this is really what the route I want to go with this. Where I could like give it like phase jitter and packet loss and stuff, but yeah, that's not really the way I want to go. So yeah, like we got a pretty cool loop here. Okay. Where do we go with this now? We've got a cool little jam. Nope. Nope. See if there's anything else. Like, this might work if we, like, take parts of this and, like, chop it up. This is too abrasive. And kind of shitty. I don't know why I grabbed that.
Yeah, you know you lied to me, yeah.
Ugh. I don't know if I'll ever write music like that. I don't know if I want to. It's like I'm not putting shade on that kind of music. It's just like not my jam. Like super over compressed female vocals with auto tuned like turned up to 150%, and it's just like exactly. Yeah. Samples are from old. No, that's the one on the October. This is the 200th song, not the 200th stream. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's a nice snare. I might keep that around. Yeah, I didn't arrange my stuff super well. These are just random ones from Splice that I grabbed before the stream started. I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm definitely not gonna use all of them, but okay. So that's the loop that I'm using currently. Yeah. And this one was like bidet water. Like I don't know if I really want to use that, but now it's kind of like a challenge to actually use it. So we'll put it in there. And this is like really quiet. Slow start with drops flow into filled sync 1. Yep. If Splice can allow that crap, I don't know why they don't want my sample packs. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good snare sound, aside from like the... It's a sync, but it sounds like a toilet flush. Okay, so we'll move this over. What else do we got? So I don't think we'll use that, but I'll keep it there. I kind of want to keep this just because I might like blur it the hell out. So I might keep this too. This is super boring. We can probably use this somewhere, but again, it's like a whole song. I don't want to just like use a whole song. Okay, and that's one that I grabbed from before. Okay, so we've got these samples, which we may or may not use, but at least we have them. So I'm thinking what we do is we can work on like a B section. One thing that I really liked, samples are too good for their service. They'd lose their reputation. Yeah, right. I doubt that, but I just like, I'm super frustrated with like how they handle the quality of their samples versus like how it all comes together. It's just really frustrating. So what we'll do is we'll have this here. So we've got like an 8-bar loop, which is the same thing, but so, yeah. I don't want to make this too complex. And I know I've been repeating myself a lot with that. I don't want to make it complex. I don't want to add layers. Like, I'm trying very hard to keep it somewhat minimal. Because it's very difficult for me to actually do that. Ooh, could get some trap snares in there. That'd be dumb, but also kind of fun. Because it's something I've never really done before. Because you basically take an 808 and you tune it up. Dumb, but also fun. Yep, I got to embrace that. Okay, let's try this way. It's too noisy. Just well, that's the wrong thing, so that won't help. Okay, so this needs to get pitched up a little bit more. It might need a different sample, to be honest. I also think that it would be beneficial if I panned this to the left and I panned the toms to the right. It's all good, Madam Berry. I'm just glad you're here. You're back. Okay. Yeah, we got rock quotes. I talked about that on Saturday, I think, or Sunday. I enjoy doing the weekend streams. I need to be more proactive about them. I feel that still camping on Sunday. Wow. I feel that I've been a little bit lax on my weekend streaming lately, simply because I feel like I haven't had anything interesting to do. And I know that that's not necessarily true. You guys will watch anything. That's not true. I actually have a great appreciation for you guys. That was a shitty thing to say. Oh, man. That little stereo separation actually helps quite a bit. Hasser subscribed at tier 1. Oh, right. Listen, Pizza, there are things that I can't stream simply because of terms of service, and I apologize for that. Hasserus, thank you so much for the subscription. Personal data, yeah, probably. Look at that Tito, he's all lit up. Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, there's things that I probably can't / shouldn't stream, and I want to make sure that I like respect that, so I don't, I don't even know, something bad I'm sure would happen, but like, I'd love to do cooking streams. I love to cook, but I don't know how I'd make that happen. And our kitchen is really kind of gross. Color-wise, it's like the countertops are lime green, and we want to redo the kitchen at some point, but that shit's expensive, guys. Okay, so basically I'm starting to build up a B section here. Yes, a B section. We could call this song the B section. The B section. Oh, that's profoundly stupid. Well, that's good toxic, I guess. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can't tell you to do that or not. So I'm adding a little bit of beep boop. Hey Wangle, how are you? Welcome to the stream. We're making some kind of lo-fi hip hop chill music today, and I'm absolutely loving it. Here, this is what we got. Let's make this real bad. Let's see if this works. Da, ba. Thanks, Wangle. I honestly don't do this enough, but it's so perfect. Like, this stuff adds so much flavor and texture and crunch. It's that umami flavor that you crave, you know? That it's so easy to to overlook that stuff. And I need to overlook it less. How about that? Okay, so what we can do here is we can go back to the random samples we procured earlier, wherever they are. There they are. Maybe we can use this bidet water start as kind of like a riser. It's the bidet riser. Yes, now we have to do it. Oh, that's so stupid. It's not hard. It's just a little extra volume. Listen, this will be fine. Everything's going to be just fine. A little loud, but I think that's just mostly an issue on my end. I could also stretch this out a little bit longer too. Probably a full measure. Not really. So let's see if we can warp it with a texture and make it not sound like the devil's bidet. And that's not the name of this song. I'm not gonna green light that one. Let's get in there. Yeah, it does. I think it's kind of an issue with a lot of things. And it's also, somebody's going to suggest that title too. I think it's an issue with like the way that it's granulating it. That's better. Because really, like Wangle said, this is really about sparkle at this point. And I want to make sure that all the sparkle is taken care of. I think that's the rhythm that I want. It's good enough for now. So let's work on this B section a little bit. I don't want anything super fancy. I just want to make sure that we kind of, hey, James, how are you? So let's see. We're here, basically. We could just go... It would be interesting to go to, like, the dominant, like, major. I don't do enough of that stuff. So, it'd probably be better to start here. James Reaper 11, thank you so much for that follow. Thanks, Wangle. I appreciate that. I don't think going to the dominant like that is the best idea, but we can kind of do this. Hey, Haptic, what's up? That might be an interesting. Let's try that. It has a lot of tail. Yeah, I'm super digging this song. I think what we can do is in this section, I think we have... Get out of here. I think we have control over this. Oh, thank goodness we do have control over this. Like this hybrid keys and stuff, and I've mentioned this on the stream before, like these native instrument things are really cool, but there's so few controls that we have like control over. Whoa. Yeah, just turn it off. We don't need music. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I want to have that twist at the end on the second loop around. So this first time we'll do something a little bit more pedestrian, you know. So we can go, oops. So it'd be, so that's where we end up, but that's kind of the twist. We can do something like, that's a really cool chord too, though. Oh, there's so many options. Music's so cool, guys. Yeah, we can go to like the fourth. Something like that. I think I got that right. So it's like, it's a little dull, but it also, I can just do that. It also gives some contrast. So, okay. The other thing we can do is we can start like doing some chops here. Oh, this actually has a bass. Oh my god, I thought this was just a hi-hat. Which I guess that kind of fits pretty well too. Is this tuned correctly? I think I tried to get the tuning of this already. It's not really in tune. It's not in tune, guys. I screwed it all up. Oh no. I like that stutter and pause though. Okay. The fact that the drums kind of shift around too is pretty cool. So let's go like, why did that? Oh, because I have a million samples over in the bullpen. That's a sports term. That's about as much sports as I know. That's also not true, but. Okay, let's go like this. And if we wanted to get spicy with this, I was talking about bringing in the melodica. This will unfortunately probably scare Tito away. Maybe not. I'm not sure how this is going to end up, so let's go. I forgot how to count to 4. I think this should work though. Yeah. 5 before 3 except after C. Exactly, right? And people say music's hard. Okay, so basically I just want this to be like a super spacey synth. Get my syllabuses in for the day. Which part of me was like, just run it through a guitar rig, you dingus. But I also think that like Valhalla Delay with a bunch of mix is probably going to be... It's like maybe even run a chorus through it first. Dingus is an amazing word. Maybe this is a reverb thing instead of a delay thing. Nope, it's perfect. My perfect child. Okay, so this stutter at the end is kind of janky. The other thing I want to do is, I think I'm going to turn on an auto filter for this bit. And really, I'm automating stuff that I should really just make a new layer for. Because really, I just wanted that high-end hiss. Okay, so this is what we got so far. We got, what, an hour left? Yeah. So first of all, we need to figure out a name for this song. After that, we have our A section, we have our B section, so we can work on arranging the song, which also means we need to start building an intro. An outro will kind of probably happen naturally. I should really, and I hate how mechanical it sounds, but I should really make a checklist for all the bullshit that I need to do. Becoming a number. Interesting. Yeah. I'm trying to focus on more distinct differences between A sections and B sections. I posted this song in the Discord last night. Yeah. This is something I started working on yesterday. But it has a very distinct shift between sections. So it's just like kind of I really like that style, and I need to work on it more. And honestly, I'm doing basically the same thing here. I'm doing the same chord shift. But I don't care. So I can yeah. I don't oh well, first of all, that's the wrong note, Ben. That's why it sounds kind of like butts. But central point is make the shifts absolutely, yeah, and that's always fun too. No, that sounds bad and dumb, and I should be ashamed of myself. Go away. It feels like that's from the chorus on the melodica. I was like, why is that sound so warbly? Especially in the held, like the sustained notes. It's all good. Okay, so another thing I need to do, and while I'm thinking about this, is I don't have any spaces in the drums here. Song that was dragging elements from previous sections to the next sections where they don't actually belong. Like, I don't think organic drums will look big. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of why I did the auto plagiarism album. Just because it was so fun to take something that didn't belong in one section and move it into another one, and try to make it like incorporate it or have it inspire a different type of song. So let's just go like this. Give it a little bit of a breather. And like, it's just like, this stuff is so hard for me to remember. That's the other reason why I feel like a checklist would be like valuable. Okay, so next thing is bring this in. And again, make it minimal. Minimal. It could be like one of those super pretentious EDM artists where it's a minimal song, so I minimalized the title to just MNML. That's how you know it's minimal. I say that, but I've probably done that myself, so I can't I can't give people too much shit. Oh, let's go into the random samples over here. It might be cool becoming a smaller number. I like that a lot, actually. I like longer track names. Bam. Oh, I put all those effects on this. Oh, because I'm a big old dumb. I don't think this is going to work, but I have to try it. Obviously, I have miscalculated, but that's mostly just due to volume. Bourbonst. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I also am kind of a big fan of the idea of nothing really being in tune, and I think that that's something that I need to embrace more often as well. How long does that note get held for? Oh, cool. Gets held for a while. Actually, no, that's not how things work. There we go. Well, something else does come in, doesn't it? Yeah, don't want that. Let's just do this. Maybe it's one of those things where doing something wrong makes it feel so right. I apologize for that. Yeah, give some little cool clicks on there. Sounds great in 360p. Yeah, that sucks, man. Like when I watch Twitch at work, which I obviously never ever do. That would make me a bad employee. But when I watch Twitch at work, I have to watch on like 140p because the connection's so bad. So what does becoming a smaller number mean? Is this something where we start with like a full song and then we work on kind of just like minimalizing it? So like, yeah, man, I know how it goes. Because that would be kind of an interesting hook for the song where it starts complete and it just kind of fades away. But I don't know if that's really the right hook. I'm trying something, and it might not work. This just actually should be a bandpass. Sorry for the radio silence. I wanted to give something a shot here, and I wanted to add just a little bit more texture to this section because I feel like, and I'm so hooked on Valhalla Delay, I apologize. Having fun like everything except for one or two elements. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking, where we could just kind of bring everything in and then just kind of chop it down throughout the song, and then just end up with something really minimal, and maybe like switch to a piano or something, and it's close to what I wanted. It's just really heckin' loud. Hey, Jax. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for the follow. Here's a little bit of piano. Hey, you get party lights too. How about that? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So I'm working right now on trying to give a little bit more sparkle to this section. Actually, a chorus might do the job. It's just really loud. There we go. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Windows, for reminding me that you're still functioning. Thanks. Yeah, I'm on. That's been a side project of mine while I do my weekend streams. I've been working on the little dancing avatars. That's better. Have a little bit more space here is pretty good. That attack could be a little longer. It's a little all over the place, Jax. Today is obviously kind of lo-fi hip-hop day, but I've made some pretty solid EDM on here. I've make some like jazz stuff. I made Doom Jazz a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. Doom Jazz is actually a ton of fun. I don't know if any of these other samples are things I'm going to use. I might use this. This might be a cool breakdown. Okay, and I used that already, so I can get rid of that. God, that's just so boring. And then here's another drum loop. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Water sound, snare. This bell sound I might use. Let's just chuck this in here. Boop. Get out of here. This might be fun to toss somewhere too, so let's just bring this into the rack as well. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so my thoughts right now is we need to work on an arrangement. Actually, let's just chuck this down one more layer, make this black so I know that I'm not using it currently. There we go. So what I need to do is I need to work on an arrangement here. So with these types of songs, it's not necessarily complicated. It relies a lot on loops and just making sure that everything is coherent throughout the whole song. So I'm not terribly worried. I just want to make sure that whatever I do, I have enough interest to keep it going for at least like 2.5 minutes. So. So, oops, in the wrong channel. There we go. So the first thing I can do is we can split this apart. So, and I'm not just going to be like, hey, 8 bars, 8 or 16 bars, and then switch to the other 16 bars. But in this case, I think it might be a good way of doing it. Oh yeah, I have to get my bidet riser. Bidet. There we go. Duplicate. And then we can copy paste there. It'd sound pretty good if I did it with this too, if I can remember the notes. What is it? Or just like some variant of that. I don't know how I feel about that. Took a little break over the weather stuff in North Florida for 30 minutes. Come back and play some Pieces Evolving Night. Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, North Florida, super hot. That sucks. Hopefully everybody's keeping cool over there. Like, it's finally nice enough where I can open the windows over here and not feel like I'm being, like, blasted into the sun. But I know other parts of the country are still suffering pretty bad. Oh, neighbor's dog is out. Let's see. Let's go and grab... Maybe... I don't know if it would be worthwhile to add this. That's true. That's true. I guess it's not the heat as much as the hurricane. Sorry. I've been a little out of touch this past week. Oops. I don't know if this is going to be the right instrument. Yeah, I think something simple like that might help. Yeah. Just a little something different. Is really all I'm looking for here. A little quieter too, Ben. Jeez. Cool. I run a little compression through that just to bring up the volume so it's all a little bit more even. I don't know if I like that. It's kind of experimenting right now. That doesn't mean, yeah, that doesn't mean we need to use this piano a bunch. I just wanted to get something in there, you know? Okay, so I know we're starting to burn through time a little faster than I wanted to. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. Like, I want to add human element. Test. Hello, Wangle. How are you? So I'm thinking, you just got back. Cool. I'm glad that you recovered. And you're back. So I'm thinking, like, as far as an intro is concerned, I mean, it's kind of a cop-out, but I kind of like simple intros, like something like this. Maybe even without the bass. Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, something simple. Feels a little too cheap, to be honest. Oops. Let's copy the right thing. Copy, paste, paste, paste. There we go. That's better. I wonder if we can kind of put this on the piano right now, and then we can swap it out. Okay, in this case, then we can bring this back down. Yeah. So I'm gonna, whoa, thanks Windows. Windows is getting all up in my biz today, isn't it? Okay, so then we can take that and fade it out here, and that way it's not getting in the way too much. It's basically introducing the idea and then being like, oh, wait, Rhodes pianos are infinitely better. Electric pianos. Why don't I get out of the way for the good stuff? There we go. Also, this this slight variation in tempo doesn't work at the beginning. We could also have the bidet riser come in right here. Listen. So I'm going to commit to something. Is that right? There it is. Yep. These need to be a little louder. Cool. Do I have any... I don't really have any Madame Berry samples that I can toss in here. I don't know if you're still in here, Madame Berry. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. I can always bring this one back.
And it just goes like...
Actually, that fits perfectly with the tone of this. Madame Berry, why are all your derps so funny? I've used this one in probably like, I think this is the third time I've used it, and it never gets old, and I don't feel bad at all because it's so perfect. It's going to be bad right now, but okay, so this one actually goes, where's the loop? There's the loop. Let's bring Ableton back to full screen. I mean, if you want. That was you that excuse me. That was you that clipped it, Toxic? Thank you so much. This is my generic superhero voice. It's not that good. Okay, because the thing is, like, I do different stuff to it. That was me that clipped it, Ben_Burns. Yeah. Because we can go like this. You're proud of me. Well, that's everything I could hope for. Doing something absurd and then having people be proud of me for it. A little bit of reverb come in, but primarily we want to get that sweet delay. I think that doing dumb stuff should be something I do every day, because this is way more fun than getting all sweaty over a song that is too serious, you know? You don't want to get sweaty over songs. Oh, it just gets funnier the lower it gets. That doesn't fit the song, but that's funny. Actually, I have to pee really bad, so I will be back in 1 second. I'm going to hit play here, and you can listen to it, and I'll be back in like 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. So since this is a massive instance, it doesn't have velocity natively, but I can put that in, I guess. It just makes the reason why I don't put that in there is because it makes everything really flippin' quiet. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, hi, Tux. Glad you're still with us. So... I think that's too low. I like it, but I think it's too low. I mean, we could get real zany with it, but I don't think that that's really necessary. We could just go like this. It's actually really stupid. Damn it. Okay, so what happens at the end here? Let's go like this. I am always a fan of adding like an extra measure. And then just kind of bring it back to this. Except for that. I don't know if that works. It kind of works pretty well, actually. Let's copy and paste this correctly. Not right now, man to man. I got 29 minutes and 56 seconds to finish this song. This song is super weird, and I love it. Yeah, I should probably copy and paste the actual thing so it sounds good. Okay, take that. Okay, so the other thing we can do here is instead of relying on this rhythm, we can switch things up a little bit. With the, let's just leave that there for the moment. Drum loop. Like we can put this in here. And that, like, I love how drums can completely change the feel of a song, because now it feels like super relaxed. I don't know if that's the style that I really want to go with, but yeah, don't worry, Wangle. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you swinging by and saying hello. I look forward to your next video. I know you spend like 1 billion hours on those things, and they're so fun. Okay, so yeah. So the thing I don't like about this sample is the hats are not what I what I approve of. So, yeah, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I want my own hats. Okay, so no donkey drums. Okay, and then so basically what I'm doing is I'm making, what is it, like an A prime section? So it's like this, it's the A section, but it's different. It's like A apostrophe or something. Okay, so I gotta continue my quest to get rid of the donks. The Forbidden Donk. That's a track name. Can go with Deep Toot. The Forbidden Donk is actually a pretty fun track name. Somebody write that down. The Forbidden Donk. Okay, so this change in tempo, or not tempo, but percussion, really doesn't lend itself. Yeah, it doesn't really lend itself well to all these offbeat things that are going on. So I'm gonna kind of axe those right now. And then we can do a little bit. Let's actually go like this. So I'm thinking what we do here is we take this and we kind of roll with this, but we do some new stuff with this section. Because I don't think we want that. We can use this to lead in, but after that we can try something else. And then we can get back to this, and maybe what we'll do is we'll have like this leading into some kind of breakdown, maybe. I know we're skimming a little bit close to time, but that's okay. These snares are a little loud too. And I don't know if the snares. Turns out Nintendo Direct was a thing, yeah. Oh. Look at that fancy emote. Okay. Oh, M, if you missed it, we use the Madame Berry thing again. Because we have to. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Tansuten. I probably said that wrong. Tansuten. Thank you so much for the follow. Give me 1 second. I'll give you a little bit of a piano. And then, yeah. I just want to make sure that I don't forget the things that I was thinking about, because that happens to me very, very frequently. There we go. I just want to make sure that's all set up. Thank you so much for the follow. Party lights. Holy shit, I apologize. That was loud. That's not a chord. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm trying to find a way to dull that snare without making it sound like it's coming out of like a butt. Okay, instead of doing a bunch of loops here, let's actually go like this and then just keep it like that. Would you title that Madame Berry sample? Hip brr. BERRRRRH. Yep. We could also, since we're jamming on a bunch of random stuff, this sounds like a good opportunity for some like field recording stuff. Maybe like street sounds. Free to use sounds archive. Sea otters. Street. Actually, there's too much background noise, because there's like some crickets outside. But I think I have some night sounds. Yeah, this will work. This will do just fine. No worries, Em. Use the sound for that. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's a hard challenge, but it's fun. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do is like introduce a simple arpeggio to this. Yeah. And then we can run it through some Valhalla delay. I guess we need to put an instrument or something on there too, I guess. I've been jamming on massive. Let's just stick with massive then. Yeah, sure. I'm kind of good with the chiptune-y sound of it too. It's just kind of really simple. A little loud. Now it's a little quiet. There's got to be some kind of middle ground there. Extrovert versus introvert. Yeah. Okay, so what we can do now is we can go back to this section. But without this, I think I'm getting too complicated. And I best check myself before I wreck myself. Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm alternating between this one, which kind of simplified the drums, and I'm working on this one now, the B section, where I know I added this this arpeggio, but I felt like this was necessary to. The title is to be becoming a smaller number, is the title. Thank you to Pizza. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so this is the one that needs to get moved. And I have a pedal on here, don't I? That I do. So that needs to go like this. Okay. There we go. I'm changing the rhythm a little bit. Oop. Ooh, how funky of a chord can we get there? Nope. That's okay. I think we're good there. This is set to loop, so I can go like this. Another thing with my ride, there it is, I like to put an auto pan on there because an auto pan makes it feel like it's just swimming all around. Plus it helps with the rhythm a little bit more. Yeah. I think one thing we can do here as well is like bring this down a little bit. The weather is pretty pleasant here. It's actually a little cold. Or it was. Not as much anymore. We're getting around there. Yeah, no worries, Madam Bear. I didn't know you were still here. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for letting me use your voice again. You missed it. Madam Berry missed it. I will never get sick of that sample. Here. I'll never get sick of it. I have other ones. I just like that one so much. I have plans for the other one that you sent me. I just haven't gotten to them yet. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So it goes there, and this goes here. It's not a threat. If you didn't want me to use it, I wouldn't. Okay, so we've got a couple minutes left to... It's really tripping me out that this sample of crickets is also happening outside. So it's like, I thought I stopped it. Why is it still playing? Okay, take care, Madam Berry. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay. Yeah. I don't like that end. Try again. Take two. Well, it helps if I actually put noise in this. Melodicas are the best. What's to say that I'm using it to like record it properly? Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to take this amount and I want to... So, laptop mics are fine. Like I'm beating the shit out of this thing anyway. Exactly. I mean, even a simple microphone like this. This is a Shure SM 58? Yeah, 58. I mean, it's still $100, yes, but it's a very high quality microphone for the price, and it will do anything you need it to do. Oh no, Toxic. Well, it's better than grease all over your computer. I mean, it's a bit of a shorter song, 2 minutes and 50 seconds or so. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just trying to think. It's like, should we add anything else? Size. Size doesn't matter, everybody. It's all good. Don't be so self-conscious about that. Yeah, Toxic. And it's like I don't really think about it too much. I just know that like some of my favorite songs are still like 4.5 minutes. Like 17 mind-blowing facts about outer space. That song is like 5.5 minutes long, and I have no idea how it happened. Oh, let's not. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. It's a little loud now, but right, Em? Oh boy, Jank, how'd that go? Oh man, I'm surprised you didn't report those names. I woulda. It's like, guys, come on. Okay, the other thing I can do is since we're dinking around a little bit, we can general chat. Yeah, they really do. Like, I'm thinking like one thing we could do is we could have like a little breakdown right here that's just like some piano. I don't know. We got 3 minutes left. Got a little time to kill. I stupidly took my headphones off and left them on the piano, which made it a little more difficult to play the piano. But I kind of liked how that went. I didn't use that. Let's do a stupid rhythm here. Just to mess everybody up. Because, you know, embrace the stupidity. Thank you. Thank you, my friend Jonk. You don't have a cat. Everybody should have a cat. Yeah, that's stupid. Don't do stupid stuff, Ben. You know, honestly, I'm a little allergic to cat fur as well. I like how that leads in. These rides are too loud. Good job, Ben. Just roll your face all over the keyboard. Who needs to play real notes? Ugh. Let's go like that. I know, we got 15 seconds left. Just enough time to record this solo. I know, I'm stopping at M. I'm stopping at M. I'm sorry. There we go. I just needed to finish that up. Make one more change here. Boop. Not anymore. Okay, so I think we're done. Well, we better be done because the alarm went off. Let's listen to the whole song. The alarm? Uh-oh. You spun back around. It's like when you hit that high score of all nines and it goes back to 0. Now you like it again. Okay, Ben, it's 6:10. No more caffeine. Thank you. Oh my god, that is super bassy. I do need to fix that. I still want that auto filter on there, but I think I just need to have another filter just to cut out the low end. God, that's loud. That's better. Cool. This was a pretty good song for 2 hours. It's a little bit of mixing issues though, so I'm gonna look at that real quick. Really cool layering in this. just take the meat out of that snare. It sounds better. Okay, this is the new part we just added. I think it'll work. Try this. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Dude, go to sleep then. It's all good. Okay, so I got a little volume. Come on. There we go. That kick is super, super loud. There we go. Okay, I think we are good on this song. Some interesting ideas. I'm so very pleased that... Oh, that's a little loud. Number 200. Now, again, this is song number 200, not episode number 200, but song number 200 turned out pretty ding-dang cool. I'm very pleased with that. Remember to save. Thank you. So yeah, that is where we are at. Let me see. Shaping the Silence is streaming. I'll bounce you guys over there. So I will be posting this song on YouTube tomorrow. And really, I should thank you guys for keeping me company today, because I was super nervous about this stream. Mostly because as the 200th song, I feel like I have some kind of quality that I need to keep up, which isn't necessarily the case, but it was kind of a personal thing on my end. So I just posted my socials there if you wanted to check me out elsewhere. I am on Patreon as well. If you wanted to download this song and support my studio, you can do that for $1 a month, and you'll get about 200 other songs and 2 exclusive albums and all sorts of other fun stuff. And yeah, that is pretty much it for me today. Again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and being a part of this stream. It really, really means a lot. I can't believe I've been doing this for so long that we've made 200 songs. Like, insane. Almost 4 years. You have speech bubbles appearing underneath your speech bubbles. Yeah. So that's all I got. I really appreciate it, guys. It means so much to me to be a part of this, and I'm just reiterating myself, so I'm just going to get going. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to another 200 songs, which fills me with anxiety already. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to bounce the raid over to Shaping the Silence, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day. Take care. Thank you, by the way, Haptic. I appreciate that. Those kind words.